Hi, friends. I cannot believe it is Christmas week. What? Oh my goodness. Happy Power Up 10. Can you believe we have spent 10 weeks together since fall retreat? Many of you left retreat with a vision, a decision. You were excited. You were on fire. You were ready to rock and roll, right? And I hope that today you are truly leaning into executing those pieces of what you know. I'm so happy y'all comment. Thank you, thank you, thank you for commenting when you hop on. Hi, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody give me a big 10. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe it's been 10 weeks, right? Let me give everybody just a second to get on. Oh my goodness. What's up? Oh gosh, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Keep coming on. Come on, come on, come on. Join us, join us, join us for all the fun. It's going to be fun. Okay. So I got a question for y'all. So, are you a person when someone gives you a Kentucky tomorrow? I hear you, girl. I hear you. So fun. Hey Wade. All right, I see Ann. I see Facebook user. I see Melissa, JPF. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so I want y'all to think about today. And so she built a life she loved, right? It's our theme. All right, so I got a question for you. What's the least amount of results that you would get if you did a 10 show week between Christmas and New Year's Day? So if you look at the calendar, December, check out my calendar, December 26th through January 1 is one whole week. Okay, one whole week. So let's calculate together what would happen. Okay, what's the least amount really that we could probably see, or what's really more likely for us to see, for the results for us to get? What could happen? What could happen if we got some great results, right? Okay, that week by doing a 10 show week. Get excited, okay? That week between Christmas and New Year's. Now, I want to tell you something, because before we calculate all of that, here is what two things just happened. I don't have time, I don't know what to do. Those are probably three thoughts. And some of you may, let me know which thought you were. Were you the person who saw the possibility immediately and went, ooh, like I might could gold medal. I could sell $1,000. I could sell $5,000. Did you immediately see the possibility, or did you immediately lean to, there is no way? Be honest. Be honest. Comment and tell me. Because today's training, at the first part, we're going to talk about this 10 shows. We're going to talk about it. We are going to talk about 10 parties. Okay, we're going to do it, y'all. Okay, but my question is, which person were you initially? Did you see the problem with trying to do 10 parties? Did you see where it would not fit on your calendar? Did you immediately think there's no way? Like, did you immediately think toward, I don't have the time? Very good. I thought, what a great idea. Okay, good. That's great. All right, who else had an immediate thought? Because when I came into Mary Kay, my immediate thoughts were, I was not a person. I was not okay. Michelle says, I initially saw like, and then I waver. Okay, like, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yay, oh, right, y'all, that's called Zoom Eek. So you'll like lean in and then you jam the brakes on, okay? I lean toward everybody spending time with their family and they're not going to want to do this. Okay, so question about that comment. Why could they not spend time with their family? doing faces around the fire, doing, what is that noise? Oh, I have my computer all propped up. I think I'm blocking the vent. Okay, y'all are going to sit down here. It's going to be great. Okay, so they're all spending time with their family. Correct. So they are together. They are spending time. Why would we not do a Makeover Girls Day and let them join together with their family and enjoy girl time together? Right? Okay. So as we have this conversation today, I want you to just be aware of the thing that like keeps coming up. Okay. All right. So my question is, instead of seeing the problem, I want you to start seeing the possibilities. Okay. And I want you to hang on to the possibility. I want you to consider for just a minute this book right here, Win the Day by Mark Batterson, has talked to me a lot about perfectionism. Okay. And I guess I never really realized how obsessed with perfectionism that I was. Okay. Because it's like you got to get everything in order. So I had a conversation with my newest offspring, Shannon, on our Monday night meeting. And Shannon said, when I finally let go of having to do it perfect a year ago, that is when I started seeing results. Okay. So I want you to think about how many times you pause because of trying to be perfect. How many times do you pause because you're trying to be perfect? You need the perfect words, the perfect script. Your desk needs to be clean. The kids have to be nice. Your husband had to talk to you sweet that morning. Okay, let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Okay. Okay. So, or we start and then things get a little messy and we slam on the brakes. That's what I do. Okay. Because success gets messy. Your car gets messy. The office gets messy. You got samples going out the door. You got stuff flying off your shelf. There's sales tickets everywhere. So, one thing that Mike Strong at corporate said to me was embrace the mess of success. And I was like, oh, that's good. How many times do we do that? It starts getting messy. We're like, jam the brakes, jam the brakes, jam the brakes, right? Okay, so I want to explain to you today, all right, that as you start seeing the possibilities, the what if, what happens is the perfection becomes the problem. Many of you never considered when I said, could you do it? You either thought I got to do it all the way or not at all. Most of you did not think, but gosh, I could probably fit 9 in or maybe 8. You never considered, you considered doing it perfect, probably, or not at all. How many of you can relate? Anybody? Okay. So I want you to think for just a minute. Imperfect progress, meaning do it how you can, is better than perfect procrastination. That's me. If it's not going to be perfect and I can't do it well, or I can't, hey, Nikki, your name popped up. Yay, I can see you. I can see you. I love y'all's comments today. They make me so happy. Okay. Do y'all like my new little vest? Isn't it so fun? I just got this little vest today. I was supposed to be Christmas shopping, but I bought it for myself. It has pockets. I thought it was so fun. Okay. So my tendency, okay, thank you. I love adding a little fur, and it's like super snuggly fur too. Okay, so my tendency, right, is I want to do it right. I want to do it well, and I want to know what to say. Okay, so my top 5 strength is one of my top 5 strengths is strategy. Now, I want to tell y'all, if you haven't spent $20 on yourself, ask for somebody to buy it for you for Christmas. Okay. or buy it yourself. Gallup Strengths with an S, Gallup Strengths Center. Somebody type it in for me. .com. Nikki, type it in for me. Gallup Strengths Center, GALLUP. Then, once you take the test online, there is an app, okay, that looks like this. It says G Access. Log in with your login information, and you can always pull your strengths up. The cool part is, you guys, that it gives you ideas on how to live in your strengths. Okay, so my strength, oh my God, complete the security questions. We don't want to do that. People, just give me my strengths. Okay, listen, your top 5 actions for today. Notice others' accomplishments and then share what you observe. That's one of my strengths, y'all, is that I am great at helping people go from to superstar, from average to excellence. It's one of my strengths. Okay, here's my top 5 strengths. Achiever. I want to win. I want to win. I want to win. My son said something yesterday and I was like, this is me. He said, I'm such a salty loser. I was like, oh my God. I do not want to lose. I don't want to lose the basketball game. I don't want to lose the 6U baseball tournament. I don't like losing. And I mean, I do not like losing. Okay, number 2 is strategy. Okay, so listen to me. Listen to me. Number 3 is competition. Y'all, these are serious strengths. Achiever, strategic, and competitor. Okay, competition, maximizer is 4, and significance is 5. Okay, so listen to me for a minute because I want to explain this to you with perfectionism. Okay, take your Gallup strengths and email it to me. Holly Lowe, HOLLI LOWE@gmail.com. Somebody type that in the chat. Email Holly your PDF file of your strengths. I want to print them. I want to put them in my file. I want to have them forever. Okay. So what happens for me is I'm strategic, right? So I can sit down and make the plan. And what do I make the plan? I make the plan perfect. It's like perfectly color coded. It's perfectly on the calendar. I can fit these 10 shows in because I can do anything. When you're ADHD, another symptom that I have is that I'm super ADHD. Okay. And when you're ADHD, you genuinely believe that you can do anything. Like, it don't matter. I could lift 5,000 pounds. If I could train long enough and hard enough, I can do anything. Okay. Like, I could be a bodybuilder. I kind of secretly wanted to be one. And my husband told me, no, he didn't want me. He didn't want to snuggle with a man. So that was disappointing. But anyway, but I genuinely believe I can do anything. Right. Okay. So I put it all on the calendar. And then I go about the work. And then the work gets messy. And it doesn't match the perfect picture that I created. And my tendency when I'm being perfect, when I'm leaning into being perfect, my tendency is the minute that it don't match, I let off the gas. When my vision of what I want is so crystal clear, and I have a deadline, and I have accountability with somebody who knows that I'm supposed to be doing this, I committed to somebody, then I can let go of trying to be so perfect and I can be more focused on winning and finishing the task. So I want you to, number 1, embrace the mess of success. I do want you to create a plan. I want you, number 3, to understand it's never going to go according to plan. Pam Shaw said at one time on the CD, Now Stand and Deliver, perfection will never work in Mary Kay. And that hurt my heart for a minute. For 1 minute. And for the next 59 minutes, I was so relieved to think that I didn't have to do it perfect. Perfection does not work in Mary Kay. Why? Because we deal with people, and people are imperfect, and I am imperfect. Are y'all so excited? Did I just give you the best Happy New Year gift ever? You can't do it perfect. There is no way to do this business perfect because we're imperfect. Our people are imperfect. Our customers are imperfect. Our calendar's going to be messed up. One thing I taught Rebecca Graham to do is to find sticky notes the size of the squares on your calendar. And when you write all your appointments on sticky notes. And then when your customer reschedules, honey, you just take the sticky note off and move it to the next date. Because if you're like me, that calendar made me crazy too. It's like, this is dumb. I'm tired of scribbling all this mess out. So you just get you a cute little Sharpie marker, find you some cute little tabs that are the size of the squares, write your appointments on here. And guess what? If she holds, how exciting, you leave the tab. If she needs to move or reschedule or cancel, or her kid has, COVID, or a dog threw up, or she's got to go buy Christmas presents and you got to move the date, guess what? You pull it off and you put it on the next date. And then you're not frustrated about the calendar. Friction pens, Jessica Fingston, thank you very much. Changed my life because I could erase. And it was like so freeing to me to be able to erase the appointment and move it to where I needed it to go. Because that perfectionism of scribbling that appointment out made my calendar messy. So do we hesitate on even booking the appointment because we might have to erase it and it might make our calendar messy and it'll mess up the whole thing if one appointment moves? And so, y'all, what we do is we make this whole thing out of nothing. So we think in our mind, she's going to cancel, then my calendar is going to be all messy. And I hate a messy calendar. So I'm not even going to book any appointments because one might cancel. Okay, so instead of seeing the problem, I want you to see the possibilities. When you learn to default, I want y'all to write this down. My default is how can I? My default is not, you guys, to survive in Mary Kay. My default is to thrive in Mary Kay. How can you thrive in Mary Kay? You can thrive in Mary Kay by your default becoming how can I? There is always a valid reason why you can't. Winners do not default to I can't. They don't need to validate a reason why they can't. My sitter canceled. My husband doesn't feel good. I feel like crap. It's winter. I don't have my Christmas presents. La, 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 la. We all have reasons why we can't. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the excuse. Nobody cares about the excuse. Winning is not surrounded by excuses. Winning is surrounded, success is surrounded by the moments of you defaulting to how can I? Write it down. How can I? Keep your comments coming. Keep your comments coming. When you learn to default to how can I, you will not just survive in Mary Kay, you will thrive. In every crazy, uncertain, uncommon, weird situation, someone will ask the question, how can I make this happen? While someone else surrounds their dream with an excuse that everybody else says is valid. My friend, National Sales Director, Kathy Goff Brummett, her husband passed away just before a leadership conference. Mary Kay's husband died right before an event. Y'all, there is always a reason to not show up. There's always a great reason to bail on your goal. Always. But I want you to think about the word success in the middle of a piece of paper. What surrounds that, my friends, is not a valid excuse. It's not a valid excuse. What surrounds it is what? Possibilities. Living every day, you feel like crap. What can I do when I feel like this? What can I do when I sound like a frog? What can I do when I have a man voice? What can I do when I have a fever and it's time to get on the phone? What can I do? I can't do this, but I can do that. Okay, listen, next piece. Here's the 3 pieces of living in the possibilities. Are you ready? Jesus gave this to me. This is my Holly Lowe original training. Are y'all ready? Y'all didn't know you were going to get some good training for Christmas, did you? This is your little gift. In every crazy, uncertain moment, okay, some will win and some will choose to capitalize. Some will use excuses and some will win by capitalizing on what they have, what they know, and what they can do. What you have, you guys, in Mary Kay are the greatest, smartest, most capable mentors available to you. You have scripts. You have a proven track to run on. Proven. If you have 3 team members, you get in red. The way you get 3 team members is doing 15 interviews in a short amount of time. You have a proven game plan. My husband played minor league baseball. He was drafted out of high school, you guys. He was rare. He was uncommon. Every little boy wants to sign baseballs, like every little boy that he grew up with. They all wanted to play ball. They all had a dream. And he did it, right? And he said to me, they never told me how to get to the big leagues. The only way I could get there is to outperform everybody else. You in Mary Kay, to be a national sales director, you got to have 10 first lines and 10 second lines and meet the production, and they will appoint you to NSD. You don't have to outperform anybody. You don't have to be number 1. You don't have to be better, smarter, more skilled, more capable. Nope. In baseball, that's what you got to be. He was a top performer. One day, they came in, a new boss came in, he hired all new coaching staff, and they wiped the entire team. He didn't even have a chance. They literally cleaned the whole organization. He was released. Go, bye, see you later, dream's over. Can you imagine today, if Mary Kay closed the door, gave you a phone call today, hey guys, we just want to let you know we're closing. We love y'all. It's been real. It's been fun. Hope you got everything you wanted. It's over. Go find something else to do. That was my husband. This was literally what he wanted to do with his life. And it was over that fast. He got his release. And he had to drive himself home. So all he had ever dreamed of, gone in one conversation. I cannot imagine today taking my pink Cadillac wherever they would tell me to take it and go turn it in at the dealership so they could sell it, recoup the money, and it was all over. No more. We're not accepting any more pink Cadillac directors. We're not accepting any more Mary Kay directors. We're just going to keep things how they are. You guys, we have an opportunity right now, today, in a market that is wild. More women today, post-COVID, are quitting corporate jobs to come home and work from home and be available for their kids. We all realized during the pandemic the power of community. We all understood something real important about family and togetherness. Y'all know that some people still don't hug. Like, it's crazy. But I want to tell you, what you have available to you is rare. And when you own that and you understand that and what you have available to you in your top 5 strengths, that's available to you. The time on your calendar, I don't care if it's 20 minutes, that's available to you. So what you have available to you are your resources. Make a list. What are your resources? What do you have available? Do you have an outgoing personality? Do you have a lot of contacts? Do you have great Wi-Fi? Because I had no Wi-Fi at my house before I became an NSD. None. I would walk in the house and turn my phone off. I didn't work at home. I didn't want to. I wanted to be at my office. And when I walked in the door, I wanted my house to be my little happy place where I didn't do any appointments. That's what I chose to do. What resources do you have available? Number one, they use what they have available. Do you have 9 hours a week if we take out all the other stuff? Could you do 10 parties in 9 hours? Yes, you could. If you can't do 10, you can do 9. An online party is about 45 minutes if you'll talk fast and get through the script. Do it on Zoom. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink it. We don't have to make it perfect. We don't need the perfect script. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to wash, rinse, recruit, repeat. That's what we're going to do. Wash, rinse, recruit, repeat. That's what we're going to do. Wash, rinse, recruit, repeat. If you know how to wash your face, all you got to do is show her how to do that before she goes to bed. That's it. You don't have to say the perfect thing. It don't have to be perfect. Don't have to be perfect. Number 2, they use what they do know. You see, so many of you think that you don't know what to do next. You won't know what to do when you recruit her. Well, it don't matter if you don't ever get a recruit. And you're never going to learn until you get one. Julie Williams was my first offspring. I screwed up all kind of stuff leading her in the beginning, and she's still here. Women are resilient. If they want it, they will figure it out with or without you. Don't think you're that good to keep her from success. Nobody on the planet would have kept me from being an NSD. Nobody. Nobody on the planet could have kept me from being an NSD. So my question to you is, what do you know? Do you know how to get the script, and do you know how to move your mouth? If you do, guess what? You can book 10 parties, right? So use what you do know. See the possibilities. See what you can do, not what you don't know how to do. What do you know how to do? I do know how to do the open. I know how to do the rest of the party. The close is a little weird for me. Great. Ask your director, will you hop on at the very end with me to make sure that I'm closing this right? Or get on and make yourself a video, go on YouTube Live, make it private, and video yourself doing the closing. Send it to your director and say, hey, can you tweak this for me? What am I missing? How can I get better? That's how you get better. You practice. The last thing is what they can do. So they use what they have, what they do know, and what they can do. What can you do? We are going to execute that which we've been trained to do. We're going to go for it. And those 10 parties, you guys, go for it. What happens if you don't finish? It's okay. What if you do? What if you went after it and on January 1st, you finished number 10? How are you going to feel? How are you going to feel? Versus, how are you going to feel a year from now if you're still in the same place? Because you're obsessed with being perfect. And so you make the plan and you never execute. And you make the plan and you never execute. And you make the plan and you never execute. We've got to lean in. And as Ann just said, we got to go for it. So what if we miss? So what? What if you finish? How's that going to feel? What if you recruit the next Mary Kay superstar? What if you recruit the girl who was on her knees last night praying for God to give her an answer of how to get out of her six-figure corporate America job where they treat her like crap. She's missing Christmas with her family and she's praying for something. And you know what you say? She don't need this, girl. She makes a lot of money. And you walk on by. And you were the answer. You were the link. You were the connector. You were going to give her the opportunity that would change her life. And yet you made a decision for her. I want to ask you a question. Would you be willing to default to how can I, to what do I have to do to see what I have available? What do I know? What do I already know? And what can I do? If you will default to that, you will make not just ripples, you will make waves in the world of Mary Kay, in your family's life, in your future, in your Mary Kay dreams, and in the lives of other women. If you will lean into, but how can I? When somebody tells you you can't, or someone tells you, that's going to be really hard. I want you mentally to default. I want you to pray about it. I want you to constantly be obsessed with it. Okay. How could I? How could I do it? I bet I could. How could I? How could I figure this out? What would I do if I knew I could do it? What would I do first? Ask yourself those questions. And you will be much more likely to lean in and just go for it because you will surprise yourself. You are smarter than you know. You are more capable than you know. You have what it takes to be an amazing sales director in our company. You have what it takes to break records. You've got it because you have the resources available to you. You just have to go about executing now what you already have. There's nothing missing. You're not missing anything. You're not broken. You're not broken. Go take your Gallup, find your top 5 strengths, and go about moving perfection aside and executing what you know. Use what you have, take what you got, use what you know, and go to work. Lean in, be willing, jump, my friends, and find your wings on the way down. You make your own strategy. Mark 30 faces out. Average 10 parties. I like 6 faces a party. If I held 10 parties, I would want 6 people at each one. That'd be 60 faces in 1 week for me. I average $50 to $100 a face. Consultants mostly average 50. That's $3,000 in sales if you saw 10 parties. What you gonna do with $1,500? What you gonna do when you interview 30 women and you have 5 new recruits in 1 week? What's that gonna look like? How's that gonna feel? All because you leaned in and you were gonna do it imperfect. Lean in and do it imperfectly, and that's the right way. Imperfect is the right way. Got it? Y'all have an awesome week. I hope and pray you have a beautiful Merry Christmas on Saturday. Christmas Eve is Friday. I have to keep looking at the calendar and reminding myself what day it is right now. I can't even remember what day it is. But I just want to challenge y'all. I'm so happy that Tuesdays are the days I get to be with you. I love your comments. I love your takeaways. I'll get all the reco posted from this past week. But Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for being a part of week 10. 10, 10, 10. We are all in with 10. There's a reason today is Power Up 10. There's a reason that we talked about 10 today. There's a reason that today is 10. We're all in with 10. Let's do this. God bless you all. Love you big.